las cadenas, ve del trono a la noble igualdad, y a su trono dignísimo abrieron las provincias unidas del sur, y los libres del mundo responden al gran pueblo argentino salud, al gran pueblo argentino salud. Y los libres del mundo responden al gran pueblo argentino salud. Y los libres del mundo responden al gran pueblo argentino salud. Sean eternos los laureles que supimos conseguir, que supimos conseguir. Coronados de gloria vivamos. Oh, juremos con gloria morir. Oh, juremos con gloria morir. Oh, juremos con gloria morir.
The national anthems of New Zealand and Argentina. The two teams coming together tonight for the 34th time. The All Blacks have won 31 of those. Argentina, of course, that famous victory in Sydney 2 years ago, and the draw way back in 1985, a match dominated by Hugo Porta for the Pumas. Right, the All Blacks and the haka. A number of veteran players in that Puma team have seen the haka before, and 8 of the All Blacks were in the starting lineup in Sydney 2 years ago when Argentina came up with that historic victory. by 25 points to 15. So here's tonight's referee, Nika Amishukali from Georgia. 2 Australians are his assistants, and Nick Berry and Damon Murphy. And Brian McNeice of Ireland will be the TMO. Absolutely perfect conditions here in Christchurch. It's been a lovely day, and it has continued through into the evening. There is Pablo Matera, who made such a name for himself earlier this season with the Crusaders. Ardie Savea, has there been a better All Black player this season? Probably not. So Santiago Carreras with the ball in the countdown and the whistle. And it's the All Blacks against Argentina as Carreras makes the kickoff, gets it up nice and high, and bringing it down was Scott Barrett for Smith. And the ball goes off to Tokiaho, looking to hold him up off the ground, but he finally gets it down as the All Blacks take it outside the 22.
9 use.
Slow ball for Smith. And charging at him was Lavanini. All Blacks up contesting possession, but Argentina have it in the form of Matera. Bertranu playing it halfback, just on the All Black side of halfway. Now it's away for Carreras. Tried to pop a ball in behind. It's snapped up by Havili. Now Savea serves it up to Ioane. And Rico Ioane, 8 metres in Puma territory. Tokiaho, nice hands from Havili. Barrett, Geordie Barrett, fires it across the bows, and here's a good run from Caleb Clark down the left wing side. Now here's veteran Sam Whitelock. Smith works blindside with Moanga. Smith again, up for Shannon Frizzell, who ran with such zest and power at Ellis Park. Geordie Barrett stayed up in the line, gave it off to Ethan de Groot, and the referee blew the whistle.
Going back for a penalty or offside.
And playing a long advantage, and it's a penalty to the All Blacks.
Well, they got the turnover, the All Blacks. Carreras looked for a miracle pass, fell into the hands of David Havili, and then they had the advantage for that line speed that Argentina bring either side of the ruck. They come forward very aggressively, but in the early minutes of this game, they have got that wrong, and that's resulted in this penalty and an opportunity for Richie Mo'unga in very good conditions, Smithy, to take a shot for goal.
Yeah, no when to speak of it all, and in terms of the playing surface, Justin, it's as good as I've ever seen it. I promise you that. It's fantastic for all the weather this country's been putting up with. So there's a kick you'd back Richie Mo'unga to get. Argentina actually, when that pass went astray, they were appealing for an All Black hand being involved there. Referee completely not interested in that, but an early test too for the defensive lines. Now, of course, Argentinian lines run by David Kidwell.
Well, he knows this ground very well, Richie Mo'unga, because they do have the cannon of Geordie Barrett for any long distance kicks, so he's just out over the 40, so he certainly knows that this is within his distance on this particular field.
So a bit over 40 metres for Mo'unga as he gets it up and just away to the left. And it's going to be cleared away by Malia, the fullback. Barrett takes it but decides against the quick throw. So that's a really good clearance. Almost got it down to halfway.
What the hands?
Tokiaho throws, secured by Frizzell near the back. Tokiaho latches on as the All Blacks will take on this very experienced Puma pack. edging a metre or two. And it's still there with the big hooker. Now he goes to ground, has to release. So Smith away for Havili. Good defence so far by the Pumas. Smith goes across for Frizzell.
Tackle.
And it's there once again for Aaron Smith. Now Moanga. That's not a great kick. It's pretty much gone straight up and down, and nicely secured by Cinti, Lucio Cinti, the left winger. Now the pass from Malia. And this has bounced right between the two All Blacks and Moanga with the clearing kick. And they'll take it down to halfway.
Well, it's good defensive work from Argentina. They forced the All Blacks into that kick from Richie Mo'unga, which wasn't accurate, as you mentioned, simply because their defence was so aggressive. David Havili, he got manhandled, and then Frizzell equally got hit hard and held up, and the ball was slow, so Mo'unga had no other choice but to kick.
So Shannon Frizzell, the man being attended to. Yes, well, of course, the Argentinian defensive coach is the former Kiwi coach, David Kidwell. And Michael Checker has been glowing, hasn't he, in his praise of the way Kidwell has fitted into the system and also organised the defence. There he is on the right of the coach. The left as we look at it.
I spoke to David Kidwell during the week, and he's absolutely loving the role, and loves being part of this squad. And for this group here, the All Black group, of course, quite a calm week, almost a week of normality about a test build-up.
Mondosha throws, nicely taken down by Ali Manu.
Tackle!
Running a little bit on the high side, but finally getting to ground. Pass goes across to Kremer, the All Blacks offside. So opportunity for Argentina as they play this advantage. Bertrano gets it away. And some thumping tackling. Now a charge by Joel Sclavi, the tight end prop. The kick made by Carreras. Early commitment from Caleb Clark, but there's no advantage. So the penalty is in midfield and just on the All Black side of halfway.
Oh, and well within the range of Emiliano Buffelli, Argentina's goal kicker. He has got a cannon himself. I mentioned Jordy Barrett before, so more than capable from this distance. Equally, like the Pumas, the All Blacks were looking to get line speed, get aggressive and up in the face, and Sam Cane, I think it was, that jumped the gun and got himself offside, although it was a very good tackle. He didn't do it legally, so an opportunity maybe here for Argentina to nudge themselves ahead after Richie Mo'unga's early miss.
Thanks, Brian.
Impressive hits, though, too, from the All Blacks, and tackling in pairs. The hit there from Lomax below and Tokiaho above, that was really felt. So both sides, the level of defence in the first 6 or 7 minutes has been pretty faultless.
I think what was quite clear, though, from those replays is the dual tackle. So the initial tackle and then a responding player looking to make impact, which then puts the attacker on the back foot and slows down ruck speed. So the All Blacks targeting that area early in this test match to get dual tacklers in and make sure that they're aggressive and going forward tackles.
So it's the right winger, Emiliano Buffelli. Concentration. Now, the kick. And it is a good start. Buffelli kicks the penalty goal, and the Pumas lead early by 3-0.
Beautiful strike. Perfectly focused. All about the process, not the result, and the result was very good.
So back to halfway with Mo'unga. Lining it up is Alimanu. Took it down nicely in the face of Will Jordan flying after him. Now Bertranu away for Lavanini. He's been a regular in this Puma team against the All Blacks in recent seasons. Towering kick by Carreras. Mo'unga. But they got up very quickly, did Argentina. It's there for Smith. Swings it away for Kane. And the All Black captain stuck on the 10-metre line. Smith again swings it away for Scott Barrett. Makes good ground. Now Mo'unga. Looking to put it in between the two, but nicely worked by Sinti.
Hold wide. Oh, hold in front.
Mo'unga has held back. Now a possible chance of a counter here.
Sorry.
There's Mo'unga.
Penalty advantage.
10-metre line. Smith away for Tokiaho. Geordie Barrett throws himself at the line.
Don't hear me.
Smith again swings it off to Frizzell.
Advantage, no off tackle.
So it's a penalty advantage the All Blacks way as Tokiaho makes a powerful surge. Now Scott Barrett as the All Blacks roll up their sleeves. Inside pass to Jordan. But nicely read by the Pumas. So the advantage
Going back for advantage here.
doesn't go the All Blacks way, and they'll take the penalty.
Referee Amashakele has got the call from touch judge Nick Berry, I believe it was. Recognised that there wasn't any arms or wrap in the tackle. It was on Shannon Frizzell.
Need to wrap. No arms.
Oh wow, and look at this intent. This was a similar area for Mo'unga before. Different option this time. Sam Cane wants more.
I couldn't hear you. Sorry, my bad.
There's not a lot of arms in the tackle on Shannon Frizzell, so hence the penalty, which the coaching box don't necessarily agree with. So, Tokiaho. 10 minutes gone, first half. Lobs it in, taken down by Barrett. Now the All Blacks set up a drive. Tokiaho looks good. This is looking really solid. Tokiaho keeps going and scores! All Blacks get the first try.
Brilliant control. Samasoni Tokiaho. When it moved its way to the left, that's when you can become isolated and get picked off. But Tokiaho made sure that he stayed with the support players. And then once it peeled to the left, the momentum was just too much. They got the initial set really well. And then once it starts moving forward, we're looking at it from the right. It's the left from the other angle, just right here. You can see now as it pins back that way, the forward momentum was brilliant. Tokiaho stayed in control and didn't get himself disconnected from the rest of the pack.
Terrific decision too from Sam Cane. He sensed that this might be an opportunity. They turned down the three and thought, let's make a statement in this game early with a line-out drive perfectly executed. So the captain has done well. Barrett took the take, and after that, it was just nicely worked. Argentina, with all their line-out drive defence, not able to match it.
14th test match for Samasoni Tokiaho, and his 5th try on top of the one he scored at Ellis Park 2 weeks ago. Mo'unga saves the upright. No goal though. So an unconverted try, and the All Blacks worked this really well. It fractured a wee bit, but got going again. Carreras again, really high, and the All Blacks can't control it. They lost it forward. That's a really good kickoff, but in fact it was lost forward by the Pumas.
Forward by hand.
Fafeli is not happy with that decision. He felt as if he had not knocked it on. In fact, he knocked it back.
Yeah, I think so.
The ball is inside. We hold our weights and we break foot.
Definitely backwards.
First scrum of the game.
Crunch. Bind. Set.
All Blacks looking to put a bit of pressure on. And they're getting a little bit too, and they win the penalty.
Wow, there was some momentum on that loose head side, Ethan de Groot. You could see it completely wavering on that side. Joel Sclavi, the tight head for Argentina, certainly knows he's in a contest, because it was very evident on that loose head side that Ethan de Groot was really doing his homework.
Well, these three were really impressive 2 weeks ago, and Ian Foster has continued to show faith. De Groot, Lomax and Tokiaho. Now the line-out throw. Won by Frizzell. Kane. Off it goes to Smith. Here's Clark on the charge. Good defence again as Smith slings it across to Ioane. Ball bounces clear though. And now maybe a counter-attack. Good tackle by Geordie Barrett. Charging up goes Mondosha, the captain. Just on the All Black side of halfway, and a penalty advantage as Bertrano frees it away across for Malia, and here's a good burst in midfield, but now it breaks down, and they'll have to go back.
Careful, eh?
For the penalty advantage.
Oh, they got their shape wrong, the All Blacks.
Going back for advantage.
It was good off the line out, but then when Rico Ioane, who was the tip player, couldn't handle it, boy, they really shifted quickly into counter-attack Argentina and got right in behind the All Blacks, forcing Scott Barrett,
slowing the ball,
who tried to turn it over into a compromised position, which slowed the ball down. And this possibly is another opportunity for Buffelli, well within his range once again. But hey, maybe, Smithy?
They're going for the corner.
Yeah, maybe they're sensing they want a bit more as well.
Toja has said, no, let's counter that. They had a crack at us. Let's have a crack at them. All Black set pieces so far in the first 15 minutes have been faultless. How about Argentina now? The scrum under pressure, what can they muster?
A nice kick from Carreras.
on the ground, slowing the ball.
Didn't have much angle, but he's got it right down there, sort of 8 metres out. An opportunity. Matera at halfback.
Mondosha to throw.
Ball.
They're now going to try the All Black more defence. He's going to have to slip it, does so for Bertrano. Across to Orlando in the number 12 jersey. Now up it goes. Good strong ball running.
Advantage offside.
And the All Blacks are offside here as Sclavi took it
Advantage
forward.
again.
So it's in a very handy position. Carreras has a go at the line. The ball drops loose and knocked on.
Knock on, lads.
Once again,
Advantage for offside.
playing under a penalty advantage, the All Blacks offside. And this looks like a gift three if they
We've
want
got two
them.
offsides now in a quick succession and one in the beginning. Just be mindful on the step a little bit further.
Is it around the ruck or is it wider?
Yeah, the whole guard to the
Everyone?
pillars.
Okay.
Yeah, just a small word. It's not an official warning, but have a word, please. Yeah. So two offside. Yeah. One option is here and one is here.
Yeah, one of these beneath the post.
I'll call for blood. Yeah, blood. I understand. Blood, doctor, please. You got a blood.
So the skipper needs to tidy up the blood. In the meantime, he's decided to take the three.
They defended the ball really well, the All Blacks.
It's a time off.
It was Matera that got it initially, then he had to shift it to Mondosha at the back. and we became static. That's when Bertrand had to get in and release it. But what was impressive was post that, the breakdown work and the speed that Bertrand was getting the ball was very, very good from Argentina. They've done their homework at the breakdown, and they have big ball runners. If they get time and space off breakdown ball like that, they'll be a handful all evening.
It was interesting too, once the All Blacks had stopped the forward momentum of that drive, just to see how quickly Aaron Smith got behind that drive, or that attempted drive, and started to organise that fringe defence, recognising that it wasn't going to go anywhere. So the All Blacks nice and controlled in that those early phases of defence.
All right.
Problems for the skipper, the repair job, Montoya.
Time back on. Shot call.
So in the meantime, Emiliano Boffelli should be able to push this through for an easy 3 points, which will mean the Pumas will go back in front in the game. And he does just that. So 17 minutes gone in Christchurch, and the Pumas are back in front. Mwanga from halfway. Circling around under this is Lucio Cinti, away for Matera. Got a knee down, so the All Blacks have to let him go. Bertrand away for Lavanini, slips a pass for Schlavi. Bertrand.
High tackle there, lads.
And back for another penalty, and it's against the All Blacks for a high tackle on Ethan de Groot. So a lot of early penalties in this game, 7 so far.
Well, if we have advantage, can you tell us with the hand?
Yeah, it was the TMO's call, so I had to, and you kicked away. So
Well, this is suit Argentina just on the stop-start nature of this.
Yeah, it certainly will, because they're very good off, particularly line-out launch. That's one of their strengths. Here's Pablo Matera.
That's harsh.
Pretty innocuous. It's a wrap around the neck, and they will rule on those as the law demands that they do.
Madosha throws.
it's a good
And the All
contact
Blacks in there, and have they managed to turn this over?
It's held up. They're lying out, they're attacking. Yeah. It's held up. 0 ball. Yeah.
Great effort in the line out there
So they were in possession and it's held up.
by the All Blacks,
but
but
on 15.
the scrum goes the way of Argentina.
Great ability that Sam Whitelock has to get in front of the jumper and compete. He gets up there, he's obviously only got his timing to be able to try and interrupt with one hand, but it's still enough. Such a genius in that area, all of his experience. So the problem for Argentina was on the loose head side last time. We're looking at it from the tight head side perspective, where we've got obviously Tyrell Lomax up against Thomas Gasho.
Set!
Bertrand gets it in. Taken off the back by Matera, lobs a pass out into midfield into the arms of Matias Orlando. Here's Lavanini, again running quite high, and the All Blacks easily contain him. Schlavi, he throws a loose pass, and having to go back was Moroni. Well, he's made a pretty good job of it too, tidied up well, and puts it into touch. Sam Whitelock with the call. Now, Tokiaho. Whitelock secures it well. So the All Blacks are going to drive again. So far, the dividends have been good.
Oh, it's a one stop. Go Go back on the hand.
Hey, use it now, 9.
Now Smith has to use it. Although the All Blacks keep going. Barrett fires it in for Mo'unga. Malia in good position. The fullback drives it away, and that's a good-looking kick. Really has Barrett scurrying away. No angle to work in, Geordie Barrett. Gets it up nice and high. It's not out, though. Taken down by Carreras. And the number 10 slips the pass to Petranu. Good recycle of the ball. And downfield it goes and into touch. The All Blacks keep it going. Jordan fires it off to Mo'unga. And away goes Richie Mo'unga. Needs to link up and shows good pace. Makes it up to halfway. All Blacks get there very quickly if they turn it over, though.
Good job.
And so the kick through by Carreras.
Trouble.
And still an all. Gee.
Knock on the goal.
Justin, how about the tackle by the lock?
I know.
Alemano.
He got skinned and he stayed in the fight, didn't he? Watch this from Mo'unga. A little stutter step and off he goes. Gets on the outside, but he stays in the fight and brings him down. Does Alemano, and then the turnover eventuated a nice little kick through from Carreras, and then possibly, back on the inside, they can't make it work. Right, we've got the opportunity now, fortunate to go down to Dane Cole's sideline. Colesy, what have you seen in this opening 22 minutes, mate?
Yeah, it's been a pretty good start from our lads. Apart from our discipline, I think we're leading them kind of back in the game, but for our attack, we kind of opened them up. So positive signs, Marshy, but yeah, we've just got to sort that discipline out and keep those offsides sorted.
Your thoughts on what you need to do in this next 18 minutes to sort of stem their flow that they've got at the moment?
Yeah, I think hold on to the ball. When we're on attack, mate, we're actually making some pretty good breaches. So if we can keep that up, and like I said before, just don't give them an easy out with our offsides, and our breakdown's going good too, mate. We're cleaning them past and taking their threats out of the game.
Really appreciate your time as always, Colesy. All the best.
Cheers, lads.
Yes, the All Blacks have conceded 4 penalties, and now Argentina have conceded 4 as well. So far 8 penalties in the game. Dane Cole's talking about discipline.
Going back and down.
Which, of course, is ultra important at this level of the game.
I think he's really referring to the defensive ones, just jumping the gun. And both teams have been guilty of that in that opening quarter of the match and getting penalised for it. So that you just need to get on top of that, because there are penalties you just don't need to be giving away. As we watch this impressive scrum from the All Blacks, when you're not under defensive pressure, that's just a discipline thing, and I think that's what he's concerned about, that they need to rectify.
So the line out throw. Oh, just got it, did Frizzell. Looked like it was overthrown. Lomax slips the pass off to Whitelock.
Side entry.
And another penalty against the All Blacks. Side entry.
Scott Barrett.
Side entry in the breakdown. 5.
Frizzell did really well at the back of the line out there.
Yes, he did.
Well, it was a set move, obviously, the long throw for Frizzell, just backing away from the 15-metre mark, but equally, the reason that he didn't have it all his own way, Frizzell, and you're right, he did a brilliant job to pull the ball down, was Pablo Matera was also aware of what was going on, and he was here contesting it.
So Scott Barrett it is, who comes in on the side.
That's what's a penalty for.
Right
Just make sure you
in
keep
front
your
of
mind
the
up,
referee. Mondosha for Argentina.
Lads, you sort out the number. We need a better gap here, all right? He's in. Yeah, he's in.
Don't often see a lot. He's stepping in now.
And that didn't work. So Barrett away to Kane. Havili. Now here's Will Jordan. Haven't seen him with the ball in hand very much so far in this game. Savia takes it into contact.
Hold.
Ball will be there for Aaron Smith. Swings it off to Rico Ioane. Smith again. This time it's Tokiaho. Getting good support from 2 or 3 of his All Black teammates. Now Mo'unga on the front foot. Lomax charging hard. Ball for Smith. Swings it back to Barrett. He in turn finds Kane. But the Puma defence holding up really well. Away now De Groot. Mo'unga. Away for Havili. Looking for gaps. They're not appearing as yet. Smith again for De Groot. This time goes himself, Ethan De Groot. Smith again. Mo'unga. Good ground made by Richie Mo'unga. Smith in short for Clark. All Blacks getting their wingers involved in close. Ioane. Good period of attack here from the All Blacks. Patient. Smith again. Away for Scott Barrett. Recycled ball again. Mo'unga hands it across for Lomax. Running hard into Kremer. Ball again. Now Smith calls the inside move. But the Pumas are up to it.
Release, you on the ground.
Smith again. Short for Savia.
Release him on the
Proving
ground.
hard to put
On the
it as
ground.
always.
Thank you.
Now Aaron Smith goes short for Clark.
Tackle, release.
Oh, gee, this defence is
Advantage.
good, but the All Blacks are
And not
making
rolling
ground
in.
nonetheless. Penalty advantage, and now it's a penalty. Well, that was a long
Right, 5
sequence.
minutes all the
And
way.
very direct from the All
7 to
Blacks.
release.
There were 6
Sorry, 8.
rucks in a row where it was just Aaron Smith to 1 lead runner. No
5
tips,
roll away.
no
8
second
release.
passes, just direct, running hard. It was either wingers, it was Will Jordan, it was Richie Mo'unga, or it was a forward. It took them until the 13th phase to then get a little bit more ambitious.
Well, Sam Cane mixing it up in terms of his decisions. Decided to go for the posts on this occasion to get the All Blacks with their noses back in front. Richie Mo'unga, of course, 0 for 2 at the moment, but you're right. They didn't chance their arm. They just really attacked around the fringes. Just doing that really hard graft up front, hoping for creating mismatches a little later on. Wasn't to be.
What was quite evident to me was Aaron Smith. In those first 10 phases, he was simply getting to the breakdown and passing. And then once the defence started to fatigue, we saw in those last couple of replays him starting to take steps, bringing in defenders and then hitting those lead runners. So balancing his game well.
Looking to land his first goal of the night, Mo'unga, and he does so, kicks the penalty. And so the All Blacks regain the lead with 29 minutes gone in the game.
So this is the Argentinian setup from kickoff. So they start back this 10 metres. It's why they get massive momentum at getting to the kick, like we saw Bafili do earlier.
And they are absolutely flying. As Caleb Clark brings it in, hands it off to Frizzell. And a good powerful surge by Shannon Frizzell. He's got the knee on the ground, so they have to release him. Tokiaho. Boy, this is a physical contest. You'd expect nothing less against the Pumas.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Don't be active. Now use it.
Now Smith. Bangs it hard away downfield, and they're allowed to go into touch. Just under 10 minutes until half-time.
Lads.
Highly competitive.
No huddle, no huddle. Let's go, no huddle, please.
Yeah, referee spot on. That's so evident in South Africa, wasn't it, the time that the Springboks took to get to form lineouts. All Blacks had competed well.
Wandosha throws. Good line-out win. Off it goes for Orlando, but he is well and truly taken to ground by Savia. Bertranu. All Blacks coming up quickly.
Tackle 7.
Ball is there again for
Hold in front,
Bertranu.
everyone, Argentina.
Now the kick away by Carreras. Geordie Barrett
Hold,
from the back.
Wax, hold.
And a towering kick away for Geordie Barrett. Takes play down to halfway.
And the All Blacks defence stifled that attack. Orlando, I can think of 2 players I'd rather avoid than running into Adi Savia and Samasoni Taukiaho, which he did, and straight away from launch they were stuck with slow ball Argentina, and Carreras was forced to kick it away. This is the launch. Bang! Dual tackle, get back.
Mondosha throws. Oh, that's not a good throw, and it's going to be grabbed by Taukiaho. Savia flings it away to Havili. Now Ioane looking for gap. Jordy Barrett is away, gets the pass off, and Caleb Clarkson.
Paid the ultimate penalty. Argentina, they couldn't get their line out functioning properly. Samasoni Taukiaho swooped on it, and then the injection of Jordy Barrett off Rieko Ioane over the back. Here's Taukiaho, finds Savia, really nice shift from him across the face of Mo'unga. Havili equally brings in a defender, Rieko Ioane, lovely ball to Jordy Barrett, back on the outside to the big man Caleb Clark. Whoa, coast to coast the All Blacks.
Well, they get one opportunity from broken play and they convert, and that's the sign of a good side, a side that's confident in what they're doing. But it's stemming from the fact they're attacking the set pieces of Argentina. They're giving them no respite there, and that line-out throw was so far off the mark that it created that opportunity at the back. What a finish from Caleb Clark. Just brilliant.
Second try for the All Blacks. And now Richie Mo'unga from the sideline. Oh, looks good. Looks really good. Great kick from Mo'unga on the back of the try scored by Clark.
If we just pause it now, you can see here what the work of Rieko Ioane. He's brought in one defender, but watch the way he brings the second one, Buffelli, and as we roll it on, he turns and then bang, the short pass to Jordy Barrett sets the try alight.
Another kickoff from Santiago Carreras is taken down by Scott Barrett, who makes a couple of meters. Now, Aaron Smith organising the troops.
Use it, 9.
Can't kick this out on the full. So punches it down towards the 10 metres line. Oh, big commitment from Morlia. Nobody back. Initially dropped by Buffelli, but it went backwards.
Argentina hold.
Now Mo'unga just out from his own 22. Away for Barrett. Keen to run at the opposition. Gave it off to Jordan. All Blacks trying to play the game at high speed, but they concede a penalty. And it's against Will Jordan, who took it into contact.
Well, if you need some inspiration after the back of some momentum from the All Blacks, look for your captain, Julian Mondosha. He was on that ball lightning quick. I tell you, Will Jordan had only just hit the ground and he got on it so quickly. Jordan goes to ground, bang, straight on the ball.
He'll be happy with that, but he won't be happy with the fact that the set pieces are not going well, and he's an instrumental part, of course, of both of those. So that'll be high on the agenda for Michael Cheika and his forward coaches as such. Up front, that's what he said before the game, the basics are not doing that quite well enough. Now this is very much on the cards. Just repeat the conditions. It's not a breath of wind, so gets the timing right here, you would imagine. He's a big chance.
I don't think the distance will be an issue at all. Just the direction of the kick from Emiliano Buffelli. Big kick. And what a beauty again. A third penalty goal for the winger. And it's 15 points to 9, less than 4 minutes out from half-time. All Blacks go to the left-hand side. Beautifully taken down by Clark.
Yeah, he's got David Havili, and rightly so. So good from Caleb Clark. One-on-one contest, but has had massive momentum onto the ball. But unfortunately, David Havili just went in and completely sealed it off. Rather than cleaning somebody and staying on his feet, he just sealed in over the ball, resulting in the penalty.
So Carreras.
Some kick.
That is a terrific kick again. Inside the 22. So Clark did the hard work. But then Havili sealed the ball off.
He initially got his knee to the ground, and that was the problem. It looked then okay because he appeared to be on his feet, but once that knee goes to ground, you're off your feet. You can't then go to sealing it off. Penalty was justified. Opportunity for Argentina. Short version to line out.
Mondosha. They go short. Nicely done by Matera.
Advantage. Yeah, penalty advantage, Nick.
Another penalty advantage against the All Blacks. They're racking up. Here's Slavi, the big tight head prop. Bertranu gets there. Ball being spilled forward though by Carreras.
Back to advantage.
And the All Blacks have now conceded 8 penalties in the first half. And that'll certainly be a topic of conversation at the break, no doubt.
Well, Nick Perry called this. He spotted something the AR at the front of that line out, whether there was a player interfered with from the short throw or not, but it wasn't pretty.
Player off the ball in the line out.
Yeah, he's got Tyrell Lomax for tackling someone off the ball. I tell you what, they've got out of jail there though, the Pumas. It was a shambles, this line out. And it's all that, so watch this. Watch the experience of Matera though. So it's a shambles. It's like, where am I going? I'm coming out. The tight end then goes in. I'm not jumping or lifting. Matera goes, what's going on? He goes to the front and actually wins the line out and saves the day. And they get a penalty out of it. My goodness gracious me, I've seen it all. But that you cannot coach. Pablo Matera recognised that they were in strife and he got something out of it.
So the upshot of it all is that Boffelli is going to line up another penalty attempt. And the All Blacks have to be concerned about the penalties they've given away in this first half. So Boffelli from the 22 this time.
Let's go.
No problem at all. A fourth penalty goal right on half-time by Emiliano Boffelli. And at half-time here at Orange Theory Stadium in Christchurch, the All Blacks have scored 2 tries to 0, but the score is 15 points to 12.